Hello. I wonder if anyone can hear me. If you can leave, that would be great. A comment if you can hear what I'm saying, because as per usual, things don't haven't gone completely smooth. I don't know why. I never find the right things. Jane is here. Jane, of course. I will be showing some of your samples with the new dies that we have got here from Paula Creates, and we have got more. I'm gonna show you like this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and also something else that I'm gonna show you as well. Valerie, yeah, you can hear me. That's great. If you, I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes. I hope you are very well. Not so hot today. Last week was very hot, wasn't it? I'm gonna first of all apologize for my hands because I like to do a little bit of gardening. It has yeah, did a little bit of gardening, and I wash my hands so many times and just doesn't seem to make any difference. Also, my computer, you can see it a bit in there, so I'm going to move it there a little bit, and then I can move this a bit more so that corner doesn't look as bad as it did before. But I do apologize. It's just like I have got a very rudimentary setup, and for some reason my stand is always the same, my phone is always the same kind of position and the same settings, and sometimes it shows and sometimes it doesn't show this corner here, which drives me insane. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, Michelle. I'm gonna put now a QR code here, and that's not gonna be for Paula Creates, but for the Christmas that we are gonna be seeing later. So I'm gonna straight away put it and see. Hopefully, it's gonna work there. So you can see here. I should put it here. Can I change it? Can no? I don't think I can change that. Oh, yes, I can. I'm going to put it there just because it just drives me insane, the little corner. And I think that that way is not as bad. So that QR code is for the Christmas release too. That is coming up on Friday. You need to make sure to log in and to notify me. So that basically says is that there are things out of stock as there will be Paula Creates. Now, I have to go ahead and, by the way, tell you a lot about the things that are upcoming, not just in terms of Paula Creates or things that I have designed. They will be released, they will be for sale the first week of September. Now, I've got, personally a few releases. Lisa has got as well. Many really exciting products coming up, but all of them will be, for sale in September. But we decided, I got a permission to give you a few previews. So I'm gonna start doing that. Rebecca has joined us. Rebecca is from our design team, and she's the best proofreader. I hope my partner Daniele doesn't hear that because he's a professional proofreader as well. But I always feel bad asking people about proofreading. But then, of course, then there are mistakes, and they're very important. And one of the mistakes is here. I have said, for instance, there is one set that says 5 dies, and you are actually I think no, it's 13 dice, and you're getting more than that one. And this one says 6, and you actually get 8 dice. You know, at least I under promise, over deliver all the way. So everybody can see it on Facebook, on YouTube. Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you so much, Jean, Karen, of course, Carol, Michelle was saying that as well, Kathy. Right, so I'm gonna go straight ahead and tell you a couple of things, right? So there is 4 brand new die sets, and I'm putting like this because there are 2 construction dies, and then of course 2 panel dies that coordinate, that you can use them with the boxes or on their own. Now, this is basically the installment number 3 of Paula Creates, and as I mentioned when I was launching the sleeve and the tags, it's a full-on collection that kind of grows with you, that every single item will work on their own, but also of course you can use them on with mixed with each other. And what we have got here is the filing box, and the reason it's called filing box is because I designed it as a, you know how we had the thrifty box and the sleeves, and I always said do a set of 6. So I wanted something that kind of makes sure that it kind of covered the sleeves and created a really nice element. So I wanted that for whether it's vertical ink pads or horizontal, like these, the thrifty box. It would hold 6 ink pads, and that is the filing box. Then of course I wanted to have something that it was a bit, you can decorate it as well. So here, for instance, Jane has created 6 sleeves with the joiner, and then use the filing box here, and then decorating with some of you know, I think this is handmade, and there's a really cute element. Now it could be as a filing box, hence the name, because then I'm going to show you something that I cannot really show you in detail because there's a few secrets in here. But to organize myself in terms of color inks and things like that, I use this system as well as other. I will show you. So these, I use tags. You can see here. And I will colorize them and then just put these dividers which are on the tag on the record. Now, of course, you can use it just the sleeves, but having a filing box is looking like the old cabinets. And of course this one has as well that label holder that you can put in here that is perfectly not just label but also a pull up, so that works really, really you know, well, for filing things. It could be as well for sentiments, and there will be downloads as well that will allow you to do that. So that's a kind of thing that works, in my opinion, very well. The other thing that works well for the filing box is for all those bits and pieces. I store my papers, my bits, just like this, like inky bits, and vertically. Always have done it, and this size is a really nice size for it. It will be, and I know you will ask me, it's a little bit over 6 inches. It's just, I believe, let me double check actually, because you know how you know things and then you kind of yeah, so it's about just under 6.5 inches. So therefore, you know, A5s will fit in here and so on and so forth. You may have had a sneak peek of something else in there as well. So and then of course, because of the construction of, because it's like the sleeve, there's double-sided here, and then you have got a filing box, this becomes really sturdy as well, so you can build it up as well. Now I know if one question you may have is what size of machine you need for these two. Definitely an A4 die cutting machine. This one will go through the platy green, so at a 6-inch or medium size die cutting machine, but you need the longer plates, which are, this is one of the things I look for it. I'm not going to say 100%, but I don't think the platy green, the platinum 6 does, or the platy green has the longer extension plates. But basically this is the width of an A5. It's just that the length is longer. Again, both of them you can assemble without any glue, so I will show you that later on. And then of course you have got the matching panels here. So let me grab something that, oh, and I haven't shown you as well how it works, because they are really good. Again, another sample by Jane, which shows you that the filing box is the bigger box in here, and then the slimline box frame is the one that allows you to create on its own a slimline frame like this, and it's a really nice size. It's not a it's basically, again, we are talking about so 6.5 exactly by 3, and I would say, well, I'm not gonna go into that. I always get confused in there, but 8.5 centimeters. So you have got a little bit in there that you can put. It's just not too small. It's perfect for if you want to create like maybe a collage in there as well. You can assemble it with glue if you prefer it, or if not. But of course, the way that they were designed is that the base, so the slim frame box, is also the perfect lid for the filing box. So it allows you to create something like this that is perfect. Now remember, there is a perfect well, there is kind of instructions on how to assemble it, as well. You have got reinforcers to make it even stronger if you wanted to. It shows you how to put the pull-up. Again, it's optional, you don't have to put it in there. And there's something else about it, that I did some pictures, I didn't put them in here, but I'll have to do the tutorial, that you can create the lid with the base of this as well with some days. It's just a very quick and easy way to do it, but it's another thing. Now I personally prefer it like it. It's a nice size box. It's something that you can put you know, it could be 3 pairs of socks in here, or a nice or a couple of ties in there as well. You can make it into a massive shadow box if you wanted. There's lots of different things you can do. So this is done with both sets, well, with all 4 sets, which I love, because that way you can have a proper idea. So that's the top one. This is a really decorative one based on one of my designs that I did a few years ago, and I really like those lines. It allows you to put a lot of, you know, things in it like this, kind of centralized. And then of course you have got these dies, the patterns in here, which make lovely stencils as well. You can see it here, how it just works very nicely. And then, of course, there is one more sample that I want to show you from myself. What is it? Oh, yes, this one. Now, this one is not a sample per se. Again, I use my dies a lot for personal reason, like for storage and things like that. And I just wanted to show you that you can have 3 sleeves, which is the die set from Paula Creates 3 sleeves, horizontally, 3 vertically. And then, of course, you can have the books in here. You can have memories. Look at this. This one is one from one of the Facebook lives that I did as well. So you can have that in here. And then you can have 3 books in there, and then 3 little drawers with the thrifty box. So again, the book, the treasure book, the thrifty book, there's a thrifty box, the sleeves, and of course the filing box. Now, one of the things you remember that I said with the thrifty box, that has this kind of this label that kind of folds in. Like this one, it precisely is not folding in very well, but this one, so it kind of does the extra fold in here. That is because if we want to put that lid on, that label goes flat, so that kind of goes like that, completely flat. So that was one of the reasons I wanted that label flat. So this is just a quick preview as well. There is also a pull-up drawer as well. This one is a slightly different. It's not so much as a label, but you have got a label that you can glue in there as well, so you can do it. And then I also wanted to show you, again, I have got so many bits and pieces, and I will do a proper reveal at some point. It's just that this is kind of a sneak peek. These pieces here, let me show you here. These dies, I always get questions what they are, and to be honest, it's like I always wonder, why did I put them in? It's like, oh yes, I put them in because I wanted that frame box kind of look. And then if you put it in, and then you put your aperture die in here, right? Can you see how it kind of closes up a little bit more? So that kind of works. That kind of closes up a little bit, and it kind of gives you that sense of a shadow box. Now, the other thing is we have got a little label as well. So that one, that label, I'm showcasing them really badly today. I'm just a little bit overexcited. But that one is a kind of, how you say, a banner. Banner, that's it, a banner. So that banner will work really well with the frame dies as well, like this. So you can put it like so and glue them. And of course, there will be sentiments. I need to correct them. So this is the uncorrected ones, but you will have downloads that you can then go in and that will work for sentiment different all year round. Right, so let's show you, shall we show you, instead of showing the, I'll kind of get crafting in a second, but I just wanted to show you next, right, something else really, really exciting. And it's going to be what is the Christmas 2025 version 2. Now, this is a little bit gorgeous, isn't it? I'm not going to show you everything, but this Christmas release is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And of course, that is going to be properly previewed, properly showcased on Friday with Lisa at 6:30 p.m. I'm going to be using that one for my demonstration, for my Facebook Live in a bit. But I wanted to show you first here. And you can use the Christmas 2025 to access that. And what you need to do is then click on that link, go there, and there will be like a login if you have got an account, and then notify me when they are back when they are in stock. Now, what I'm going to show you something else that I'm really, 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 really excited. This probably is the most exciting thing in a long time for me. I mean, I get very excited every single time. So, and there is so much coming out that I'm so glad. And some things are not, you know, I work with listeners. It's more her than me, but you know, it's really exciting. But it means a lot because we have talked about inks for a long time. So this is pegged by Paula, the Cloud 9 month blending inks with Lisa Horton Crafts. Now, I'm so excited about these colors. Now, I've done this little booklet just about the blends. Here in this one, you can see all 10 colors. Well, there is a gray in the middle, which is very subtle. So, of course, that doesn't show as much. But I'm so happy how they have turned out. Now, there are colors that you might go like, I'm not sure why she has chosen those colors, and I will kind of explain a bit more. So what I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to grab a tag book as well that I have got here first, and then I'm going to show, well, and then I'm going to show you the inks as well. So I have got, so as I mentioned, they are going to be 10, but I have got the secret weapon, which is the gray here. So I'll put it like this so you can see all 6 plus the gray. And I like to have the gray kind of almost like a combination. Now, the names I try to be a little bit different. So I have used a mix of artists, and also there's a couple of my friends hidden here as well. But they are kind of, all of them have got that artist kind of name. They're not necessarily colors they used, but they are color, you know, they're not absolutely colors that I use, but they kind of evoke of something. So for instance, Hokusai is one of the artists that use a lot of that. Well, in fact, was Prussian blue, but so that kind of is a little bit of it. I absolutely love these colors. They blend very well, and they're designed to blend together. The colors that sometimes is like I go like, oh, you know, these two are very similar, but they're clearly different, and they are designed to blend. So you can see here they're more of a warmer yellow, more of a, you know, kind of, yeah, more earthy yellow, plus a more vibrant zesty yellow, which of course will blend, will create that bridge with the greens there as well. So let me show you what we have got here. We have got the Georgia moss, the Albers ochre, the Gauguin grapefruit, the Frida cherry, the Andy magenta, the Matisse aubergine, Hokusai navy, Helen teal, Hopper emerald. And then you have got Agnes Grey, which kind of blends in with all of them. And I wanted to show you a bit the colors, how they oxidize. So this is straight away onto it. This is Georgia moss, which is very zesty, very vibrant, very, very bright in here. Thank you so much. I'm glad. So Karen, these ones are going to be a pick by Paula set. So they will be released a second week of September. They are, of course, water reactive. So I'm going to go in. Is really, I mean, on my screen looks a little bit more greeny than they are. They are more of a, it's that moss that is really yellow citrusy, but it's more of a yellow. Where the Albert's ochre is that it's more of a, I kind of say it's just definitely warmer. I don't know if you can see it. It's definitely there. You can see more that difference in colors, right? It's really blendable as well. I'm glad you like the names. I'm really pleased about these names as well. Then we have the Gauguin grapefruit, which is one of the first painters that, of course, I knew of. My dad is a massive fan of Gauguin. And I never pronounced correctly, so I do apologize. But you can see that it kind of, this is picking up the paint after coloring. So I colorize this one, no water whatsoever. Colorize the tag, sprints a little bit of water, and of course that will work. Then we have got Frida Cherry, which is like kind of, I wanted a red, a kind of a nice red. I love red. This one is a mid red. It's a kind of a neutral, warm red. I would say more warm red. Almost like a watermelon. Almost like I thought, oh, I should have called it Frida watermelon, but maybe it's too much of a mouthful in there. But I really like how it kind of comes in here. And then, of course, it really is a color to blend in with each other. It's seen as a complete collection to work very, with everything. Then we have got Andes Magenta. And what I try to do as well is like know which colors work together well, that I love to use, but also that they are not within the Lisa Horton Crafts matte blending range, and also they are not like in distressed colors. So I try to make them different. Now, it's very difficult sometimes because there are so many colors out there, but try to kind of make sure that there is a point of difference. For instance, I believe Dusky Rose is similar to that one, but there are clearly differences in there as well. So it's like this one, I think it's a little bit stronger color than Dusky Rose. Then the one that is almost like my favorite, and it shouldn't really be because I'm not somebody who uses purple that much, but Matisse Aubergine, oh my goodness, how much I have used that one. It's amazing. It is a very warm purple, so it blends really well with Andy, but of course it does mix as well with the blue in here. I showed in my screen, I think the only one that didn't show as well were the yellows. The one on my, for instance, this one looks pretty spot on. It might be a slight difference, but I think it's pretty good in there. Now, the Hokusai Navy is definitely a war. It's not really a navy. Like I mentioned, the names are more evocative than really, but it is it's a kind of almost like that Prussian blue, which is the one that you used in the the book wood printing. They do the same. Oh, great! So Lisa is watching. By the way, hello, Lisa. And she's saying that they look the same as because she obviously has had them. So I think they're pretty accurate. I have got daylight bulbs around the whole studio, so it should be accurate. Obviously, there's a little bit in there as well. So this is a very, I love this one. Again, it's one of those colors that I could use all day long. Yeah, that's almost like ultramarine Prussian blue kind of color. Really, really love it. Then we have got Helen Teal. If you like Surf Up from Lisa, you will love this one. It's slightly different, but again, it's within the family. It's really hard to get them different, very, very different, and to have that range. And of course, because of the formulation, remember, they are matte blending inks. They have got that dye. They have got that pigment, that, blendability. You always have to give. This one, for instance, looks slightly more blue on the screen, and in real life, to me, it's a little bit more teal. This is a proper teal or a dark turquoise. That's like that. This So all right, so a couple of questions. The inks will be launching second week of September. The Christmas release, you can pre-order it or notify me right now. I believe you need to join Lisa on Friday at 6:30 for the exact date of release. I'm not sure if it's gonna be. Let me double check my messages just to check in there. No, there's a. So Lisa, could you confirm if they're gonna be released on? Well, basically, you'll have to join Lisa on Friday to know exactly when they are gonna be. Now, the Hopper Emerald. I love green, but I'm one of these ones that originally I had more of a mossy green or a very dark green. Hence, we wanted the emerald kind of color, and ultimately then I got this color and I wanted, I don't want a mossy green, I want to have that zesty green that then you can add to other zesty moss color that you can add to others. So I settled with this green, which is actually, I love it because it's a very it's a very proper green. So you can blend it with a teal, you can blend it with a yellow, you can blend it with a lot of colors and create so many options, and also brilliant for Christmas, as we will see it. And finally, love Agnes Gray. It's a cool neutral gray mid-tone. So I'm gonna say it like, and I hate to do this, but it's Lost Shadow from the Stairs is very light. That pumice stone is a little bit the darker gray. It's a proper darker gray. This definitely is in between. It blends in, as you're going to see in a minute, perfectly with the others. So here you have all 10, and I'm going to show you how they all blend together. So we have got here the ochre and the grapefruit. And then we go in here, so the grapefruit stays here. Then we have got cherry, the Frida cherry, which continues here with that blend of Andy, a magenta. And then the Andy magenta here going into Matisse Aubergine. And then the Matisse Aubergine. And then we have got the navy. By the way, there's just so much to be announced on Friday at 6:30 that you need to make sure that you join Lisa at 6:30. It's gonna be amazing. So make sure that you join that. So you can see here I'm coming down with navy, so Hokusai navy. That's Helen Teal. That's Helen Teal, and then Hopper emerald, and then Hopper emerald with Georgia moss. And then this one you can see here, this is the ochre, that's the moss, and you can see that there is definitely a difference. It's just that it's really, it gives you a lot of possibilities to blend in. Now this is all the colors again blended in without any water, and this is the gray, how the gray will mix with the aubergine, how the gray, Agnes Gray, will mix with Albert's ochre. This is slightly different, of course, because that's Georgia moss. You can see the luminosity of that moss coming through with it. That one is a little bit more warmer. And then, of course, you have got the emerald with the gray as well. And then a couple of mixes, it's just being kind of a different 3 colors, so moss, emerald, and teal. And here I have got cherry. I have got in the middle a little, I think I used moss, and then emerald, and a little bit of gray in there. And then we have got in here, so that's Andy Magenta. This is Matisse Aubergine and Hokusai Navy. And then again, another 3, which is the aubergine, I believe is cherry, and then the grapefruit. So this is the way that they really blend together. There's so many more possibilities, but this is wanted to give you a preview. Talking about previews as well, so I kind of wanted to show. Right, let me put, and this is one of those things. I put the samples of the inks away, making sure, because in a box that is self-contained in a way, because yesterday I dropped my coffee all over this. Now, Daniela, my partner, Hugh, and then from now on, you have to have a lit coffee if you want to take your coffee. And I mean, I didn't make that big of a mess. Other things I wanted to show you is with the inks. Look at this. This is Mopping App. This is another, I had a little bit and I kind of blend them in together. I mean, there's so many. I just really, really love how this inks performs, the colors perform, how they blend, how you can create a lot of different, and because they are so velvety and designed for stenciling as well as other techniques, they work brilliantly. Now, what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to mix and match, right? So I'm going to take this one, and remember, the preview for Christmas 2025, scan the code, notify me. And remember, more will be revealed on Friday at 6:30 with Lisa. So make sure that you join it. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but that is who I am. I repeat myself a lot. Right, I'm going to put my Ultimate. By the way, the Ultimate 2 is available. It's back in stock. Get the Tacky Matte. This combination. And the Tacky Matte for me is phenomenal. I just don't know how to craft without it. And the Ultimate has got so many advantages, so many things. It's just brilliant. And one of the things that I like to do, I'm going to take, I think it's the larger one, but you know what? I'm going to take all three of them. So I'm taking one of each. Now, of course, you can use it in different ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start with the red one here, because poinsettia, sometimes it's the red one is at the top and then the bottom one is green, isn't it? So we'll see it. Yes, of course, usual live on Friday for the big announcement. Thank you, Samantha, who is commenting about the way of blending with gray. Yes, it's a gray way, if you have got a really nice gray, to kind of blend them together. By the way, there will be, of course, labels for the ink pads coming up. That's another thing that are, but you can use the sleeve ones as well to create the perfect label on the side. I haven't had time to do those ones, but you know, here you have. Because I haven't even shown you. This is right. This is gonna happen. So here are all the ink pads. So I have them labeled and named, and here, and then on the bottom, what I have is blending sponges as well. And then I have got my separate set of brushes for them. You can use the brushes as long as they're the same family of inks. So matte blending with matte blending, interference with interference. I do now take my, I'm trying to get color shift and metallic separate as well. But, you know, I know that sometimes we are in a budget, so I would recommend at least to have the matte blending separate for interference and the other ones. So that's my Frida cherry, and you can see really juicy, really nice. And always start at the center with flowers. So, well, not always, but I'm kind of going in kind of, and I go both directions, so not to have a side that is way heavier. And this, of course, has that deboss effect. Now, if you had larger brushes, of course, you can use the blending and kind of, but we have got so many exciting things as well. You can use the sponges if you prefer. Like sometimes you want to have that heavier look. You can do that as well. Now I'm going to go in here, and I'm kind of thinking, actually, I really want a really intense red. I mean, this will look really nice on its own, but you can then go in and go in from the outside, blending it in. That you can see how quickly and easily you can do that. This is the fold. My fingers holding the flower. With a tacky mat or a clean tacky mat, you don't really need to do it. Now, the other thing you can always do is, because it has got the deboss effect, you can always do a dry brush to create a soft effect and have those lines more demark, or you can use them to demark more with a pencil or a pen. Or the other thing that I'm going to do, and I hope you're going to like that one, is, for instance, this one. I think I'm going to go in. Oh, well, actually, I'm going to go in with a little bit of red directly there. And what I'm gonna do is see if I have, and I, of course I don't have one at hand. I think I have got one here. Sorry, apologies for that. And then what I do is, because, so I kind of, oh, this is not good, this brush. Oh, I hate it when I cannot find the right brush. Do you ever feel like this? And then put some water here into a little pot. This is because I drink a little bit of, I love my sparkling water. So I recycle the bottles by keeping the bottom here. And you can go in with the paint that I put on. That's not paint, it's the ink pad, and kind of highlight those debossed areas. Now it is very subtly, but you will be able to see it there when I drop a little bit of in there. And you can create a little bit of effect, especially this one. That, and of course you can highlight the deboss effects if you really want to highlight that. You can always use a little bit of foam when you die cut it, and then not foam, shim, like another extract. Can you see how now with the water has created a little bit more of a, has highlighted it right now? You could go with another color as well. You could go for aubergine, or you could even go with the grapefruit to create a different. But that, I think that kind of, can you see it? There it is. Can you see it? I just think that this is a really simple way of highlighting the veins, the DeVos veins, without having to commit too much. Because when if I go with a black pen or a white pen, it's gonna show a lot more. And my for some reason well, because I'm not very good at it, I just don't get great results. But this way, I think it's just so much nicer. Is that what you need to do? Yeah, there you go. And see it that kind of way. And of course you can shape these ones as well, but I'm gonna wait until the next one is done. Now of course you can intensify if you want it. One way of intensifying as well is to put a little bit of the aubergine underneath it. So I'm gonna just do it because you guys thinking, oh my god, but this is such a beautiful color. All right, so it's a little bit more darker color. So when you kind of bring it in, bring that gorgeous. It's a really pinkish purple. If you, but not pinkish, warm purple, because it's not pink, but you know what? And it is the color. Now I haven't done that properly because I want to go back with the red in here. And see what I mean by darkening it? Like kind of, now I go very heavily with the red. And that, because of the pigment, that stays on the very, very, very top. So it definitely kind of charges it a little bit there. You can see how it's gonna look. You can see without it doesn't look right, but with it just blends in much more into. Oh, Gina, you like the purple? Yeah, the purple is. It's funny because I always say purple is one of the hardest colors for me to craft with, and yeah, that is the most. Since I had got this collection, it's just been really, really, really using it. There we go. And there we go. I really like this combination. It's just one of those combinations that kind of works in terms of layering the color. Then I kind of go in, bring in a little bit of water, and again just highlight those veins a bit. And I have used a little bit too much. And I use the tiniest brush. I was looking for some really cheap brushes that I bought a long time ago now, and I couldn't find them, so I went for my really posh one, which is from a Spanish company. They make them in Spain. Really nice brushes, but crazy prices. I don't know how much I paid for this brush, but Skoda. But it was one of those things like, how much? But then it's like, it was one of those companies that my dad, I remember, used to use. Some kind of, I say used to use because he's retired. But we are hoping, I spoke to my mother today, we're hoping, and he's like, oh, maybe he's spending a lot of time in the studio, so maybe he will paint again. Oh, I really love that. That color thing is just so gorgeous, doesn't it? It's just really, I love how they layer the matte blending inks. And by the way, you can do all these techniques as well with the matte blending inks that you have got from Cloud9 or from Lisa. There's so much you can do with them. Now, of course, on the purple, remember there are 2 layers of color, so therefore those veins are a lot more noticeable. It's one of the things that their nature, the more you put, the more ink that you put, the more possibilities you have in terms of showcasing that matte color. But look at that. Oh my goodness, I just seen the time. But you can see in there. Now, I love it so much, that purple, that I'm going to go in and add a little bit of purple to the tips of the poinsettia. I know that's a bit weird, the top layer, a little bit, and that is so pigmented. One of the things that you will find is, if you have never used them, I always say they're very velvety. They're really matte and velvety. So they are designed to have that fine result through a stencil. So remember that, and sometimes you kind of don't be afraid, go a couple of times. They are really well delivered in terms of quantity of ink in the ink pad. So it's not like you're opening one and it's overflowing. But look at that. I really like that. I really like this. Then I'm gonna put one question from Gina. With a liner in it, what's the best way? With the lines, what's the best for this thing? I'm not sure what I understand the question, Gina. If you can, Gina got a Della Rowney brushes. That's beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad, but I'm not sure. Okay, and then I'm gonna go. So this is Alvar's ochre. So I'm gonna go in with my brush. Trying to read the questions, but sometimes I don't. I will read them live, and then I'll go, I'm not sure what you mean, and then I'll go after the live, and then I go like, oh yes. Remember, the poinsettia is part of the Christmas release, so if you want to go for that one, remember, on Friday will be more. Go to the website, use the QR code that is on screen, and then you can log in and put notify me. So what I wanted to do is, at the end, I'm not going to showcase the dice as much as I wanted, so you will have to tune in next week. But I wanted a slim line frame. So much to show you, isn't there? So to put the gorgeous poinsettia, and of course it will need another one, but it needs also a die in here. So I'm using the slim line frame. Now, because I have done it after the fact, I'm like using bits and pieces that I have. Of course, what has happened is I die cut this copper one too thin. Let's see if, yeah, I do like that copper in there. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to die cut it and show you exactly what I need to do proper. So I'm going to take, I think I have got a copper metal sheet in here, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take my die. So let's see, we file the slimline panels, so let me show you exactly which ones are here. So these ones, you can see it here, and I'm gonna take this die as well as the thin one from here to create that panel. So for doing this with mirror card, I always take the largest card, the largest die, and cut around it before putting it into the die cutting machine. So let me show you. So I put it like this, Right, so I'm going to put those dies like this. So what I do is take my large scissors. I don't want to mark the rest of the card, even this bit. Put it on my drawer of copy cards. Yes, I do have got. And what I'm going to do, what's the time? I still have got about over 10 minutes. So let me show you exactly what I do. So I have got the cutting plate, I have got the adapter, making sure that I've got everything in here. Right, put that aside. Right, so take it like this and make sure that you take your dice. Do not ever put, well, that's my recommendation. Don't ever put dice into your die cut, more than one die into your die cutting machine without low tack tape to at least secure the dies to each other. Right, it's very important, because it's just otherwise if they slide and then they go over each other, especially with a machine like the plastic green, that powerful good machine, you can go through them. Brand new, well, not brand new, but almost brand new. Thank you, Danny, for sending them. And by the way, massive thanks to Lisa and Adam and Danny for making these things possible, not only for doing the proper work, but there we go. This one, oh, I love this. It's very art deco like that, isn't it? Really, really like it. Right, let me see. There we go. Look at that. I really like how this looks. And of course you could, if you wanted to, put that in the bottom as well. And then of course when you put that, you have got those lines. Oh, I like that very much. I'm going to do that. Do you ever do that? If you ever have seen my dies, you know I do this all the time, don't you? That I just change my mind as it comes along and this go like, this looks good. But now, of course, I can just put some of the, I would use the runner for this. This is perfect glue for this because even though the high tack glue, I always use it in here. I use it a lot for mirror card because it has got such a low water content. It's super tacky. Very rarely it seeps through the fibers, but in this case I think it's best this is not very heavy, to use the actual roller. And then the thing I'm going to use, so you remember that I show you those dies that come in with the box, the slimline box. This is also a great way to use them to center the actual box there. So with the rollers you can go in and just put a little bit in there, and you could as well use that because it's the dots, so you can do like go in and just capture some of that is showing. And I'm not pushing, I'm just leaving there, and then I will press down once I have put this on. You know what I mean? That way it has some ability to move around better. It is permanent. It is a stronger adhesive. Is it as strong as the high tech? Of course not. No glue will be as strong. Not dry glue, but it is sticky. It really is sticky. It's not one of those ones that things come apart quickly. Absolutely, that's not the case. It's just that if you want construction, I would use the high tech. For matting and layer, this is absolutely brilliant. For die cuts, things like this is good. I think that works. So there, I need to make sure that I kind of go in. See, I don't know, this is the problem. I haven't put I don't remember where I put the dots, so I should have put more of them, but see, it has moved a bit. There we go. Okay, I like that. Like those lines in there as well. This could be perfect for Christmas. Yeah, a window, and you could do that with a card as well. So the panel kind of has all those options, and then of course you can put the flower right back on in the middle if you wanted to. So what I'm gonna, I really like how the purple at the ends has blended in. It really is showcasing that blendability of the colors, that ability to, they are, it's a collection designed to work together but also on their own. There we go. With poinsettia, sometimes I find it that there is a right way, but then any way is right, if you know what I mean. This is such a lovely, you know, organic looking poinsettia. Now this one, oh, do I want to add a little bit of orange? I could do that. One thing I want to mention is that it's very something that many people do. So there's not, I'm not telling you off if you do it, but I would never ever bring a brush with water into an ink pad, no matter how many times you have seen it. Just grab a piece of acetate if you have it running, the ultimate, you know, something like this. I'm using this just to show you that anything but using the brush directly to water, use and reuse. This is good because then the water gets, can you see it, the water dirty gets in here. So just a little couple of sprays just to get enough water, and then you can just use a little tiny little drops of color. This is grapefruit that I'm adding, and before I use the Albert's ochre, I believe, just to make it a little bit. If I bring it in here, can you see it, how it kind of adds a little bit in there? Yes, Lisa loves the grapefruit. I'm not surprised because you do like, you know, oranges and so on, yellows as well. I am such a, I love reds. That's my favorite color, dark red, but very rarely, you know, but craft with red. So for me, it's more about those teals, those pinks, those purples. Actually, I'm going to put it that way. Oh, this I will change it, absolutely. And remember, I think I haven't mentioned, Paula Creates needs next to no glue. Oh, I really like that. That works in there. Anyway, so remember to you. I can then take it and then put the copper one. Shall I put it in the middle? I like it off centered. So what I'm gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna put it in the center there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a couple of foam pads. Let's see if I can find the right size. I've got here, these ones are probably 20 years old. So if they don't glue, then, you know, it's just, they're very old. Just putting 2 and 2 here. And then maybe just that one there. Yeah, because I don't necessarily use the small ones that much, because I tend to use the light. Off-centered. Oh, Angela said off-centered. Right, so reds are too aggressive. Funny thing is, oh, this, I didn't press down. Well, yeah, I don't craft with red that much at all, even though I'm going to put it in the center just because it's easier to store. And then if it comes off, then it will get a little bit damaged. So I'm going to put that there. But I really like this, isn't it? I'm just going to put it there. Just because of, if it comes off, then I put it in a box, and then by the time they're there. And then the sentiments, this one. Oh, so the sentiments, I'm going to go for these. And the reason being is because I want to show you how they fold in. So what I'm going to do for this one, maybe Warm Wishes, just that one. So I haven't, these ones are literally hot off the press. So I haven't actually tested them. So this will be the live test. And literally have got 3 minutes. So hopefully I can do that quickly. So again, just place it there. Should be okay. Oh, it might not be actually, because like as I said, I haven't tested. And when you don't test things before because I was wanting to get them out. Where I put my plates now? This is where I put my plates? Oh, here they are. I tidied them. I tidied the plates away. And of course, I couldn't find them. That is a little bit bad. Now, the reason I'm saying that, I haven't tested them, because I wanted to get them out to the design team. Actually, it have worked. So what I wanted to show you is they have got scoring lines. So there will be some sentiments that will work across the lines, but then you can always do a little fold like this, or you can do, in this case, I'm going to do a fold like that. And then it goes all the way, so you could do it even like this, or maybe do it like that. So first fold that way, and then it goes in like that. And that should work like this. Can you see that it's just above it? So you can have that pop-up element in here. Now I have got 2 minutes, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. Actually, I'm gonna put the actual roller tape. By the way, they are available. They are by Lisa. You get 2, one with the dots and the other one with the whole line, like a continuous line. That one as well, which for this one would have been actually really good as well to use. There and there we have got something that is a really kind of more traditional in many ways, but it has got those lines in there. And I hope that it's a preview of the slim line frame box, which is coming up from Paula Creates first week of September. The poinsettia cover plate, or from the Christmas release, remember 2025 version, release 2, scan the code, show, notify me, so that way. And of course the Paula pick by Paula. So we have got the Paula Creates, the pick by Paula as well, releases to look forward, and a lot more. But remember, you need to join Lisa on Friday for so many news and things like that you really don't want to miss that. So I think that's 3 o'clock. So thank you so much. I know it's not been, actually I have done a project, but I haven't shown you how the boxes are done. So let's show, if you join me next week, maybe we can, again, it's Tuesday and 2 o'clock, I'll show you how to assemble the boxes as well. Thank you so much, and see you very, very soon.